in a bad mood, okay? The Ravens got thrashed by the dirty Steelers, okay? I got to argue with three fools about Ken Shamrock being in the Hall of Fame, all right? How important is Kenny Omega to pro wrestling? I feel like that's an easy one. And then we're going to predict Paul Heyman's return, all right? All that and more. Oh, yeah, temp check. Damien's dumbass of the week. All that and more. I'm pissed off. Roll it. Let's go.
Warning. The following program is a collection of idiots talking about the happenings in the sports entertainment world. It is meant to be comedically informative. The opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their bosses, or the Infinite Plus network. There may be some out-of-pocket things said on this show because this is how we talk to each other. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further. Your homies, the 3 Count Podcast. P.S. Please don't sue us.
It's your boy, your nephew, your cousin. It's the Don. Chaz Evans here, checking out the hottest podcast in the world, the 3 Count Podcast.
Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man down, know what y'all like. Hit him with a 3 count. On the top row, crowd already know how I fly him to the flow like. Hit him with a 3 count. And your boy real chicken.
All right, look, I'm not happy, okay? I'm in a very bad mood. I don't want anyone to piss me off today. Let's get this going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, all right? I'm the guy right now who's in charge and who's going to lead this discussion about wrestling, okay? This debate show. All right, I'm your cousin, your brother, your nephew, and everything in between. I'm the Don Chaz Evans, the Grapple Region's best kept secret, and the Don of the Mid-Atlantic. These right here are my friends. This is the Red Dog, Clifford Miller, all right? He does everything. I'm really just here just to be entertaining. I don't have any, I'm a wrestler, but I have no credentials to talk about this whatsoever. But ladies and gentlemen, this guy is a wrestling connoisseur, all right? That's why, he's here, and he's the producer, all right? He's your current and reigning and defending, and he's a fighting champion, all right? He is the reigning Infinite Plus Network champion right there. You see that belt right there? Shining. Yeah, he's the first, the inaugural. He beat me twice.
I know. What the hell, man?
What the hell? What?
I was there the first time.
Wait. Whoa.
I was there the first time and you let me down.
Yeah, here. What the hell? I'm some bum.
Oh, I didn't say you were a bum. I'm just sad that he didn't beat you.
I mean,
yeah, I never said that you were a bum. It was an honor to present you with the championship. You fought hard and valiant. I was just a little disappointed in Chaz's effort. What?
I mean, it is what it is.
It is.
When you're like Chaz, sometimes you just, like your height, you come up short.
I mean,
you didn't have to take it. You didn't have to take it. I gave you a compliment. I hyped you up for this intro, and you see, I asked you not to piss me off. All right, introducing next. All right, he is the Dark Lord, the Dark Goat. All right, right now he's my favorite friend on this show, as of right now, and that is remain to be seen. But hey, he is the residential supervillain. All right, fresh out of surgery, guys. All right, and he's still kicking all your asses, ladies and gentlemen. Damien Fatal.
I am high as fuck. The Percocet just kicked in.
Yes.
And now I'm getting ready to hit my bud wrapped in hash oil.
Perks, weed, and alcohol. That's what you're going to see on this show today.
Fuck yeah.
Introducing next. Last but certainly not the least. No, dude, stop now. Stop.
No.
Perk Damien is here.
Let me get Twitch's intro going. Last but certainly not the least, the foreman of this session. Ladies and and gentlemen, he is the Lord Twitch of House of Graves. He's Twitch Graves.
My goal is to piss Chaz off today.
Well, I mean, you don't have to worry about me pissing you off. Hopefully, I'm too stoned to be pissing anybody off, to be perfectly honest with you. So, I mean, let's do this.
All right. If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that follow button on all your favorite social media platforms.
Let's go with that.
Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever you call it. We're also on Blue Sky. All right. We don't have no graphic for it, but we're on there now.
I thought he was going to say Blue's Clues.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I honestly don't think we're our show is appropriate enough for any one of us to be make an appearance on Blue's Clues.
Oh no, I can be on Blue's Clues.
Absolutely.
I'm on Blue's Clues.
Makes me wanna wag my tail. It's mail.
Make sure you hit that like button, whether you're watching us on Facebook Live, Instagram. I'm not sorry, Instagram. Whether you're watching us on Twitter, Twitch, and on YouTube. We're also on that other thing. What's that thing called, Cliff?
Which one? We have a lot of them.
That other thing that we're on, the Rumble. Rumble.
Rumble.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, we're there too. If you're watching us
You
there,
say
shout outs to you. Kick, yeah. Shout out to you if you're watching us live. Also, let's get to it. Temp check. So, for those of you, I was going to be on a 3 count, but then I got high.
Oh, yeah. Sounds about right.
I was going to give a dumbass of the week, but then I got high.
Ooh, I know. I got to think of who the dumbass of the week is. Fuck.
Now I'm in my car, and I know why. Oh, my God.
I love you, Mr. Golden. You rock.
Temp check. For those of you who don't know what temp check is, that's where me and my friends, we give you our hottest and our coldest wrestlers going into this week. And for a bonus, we give you our match of the week. All right, Damien, you're feeling good. So how about you start this one off?
All right, so I guess my hottest is the bloodline in general, like that whole entire thing. Don't do that. I'm too hot to be doing that. Please stop. Just stop. I'm too stoned. We don't need to see me like that. That's good. Thank you. My coldest. Damn you! My coldest is Christopher Jericho. And my match of the week. Hold on. Did the Motor City Machine Guns wrestle this week or was it last week? It was this week against the Profits, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I enjoyed the shit out of that match. That
was my match of the week as well.
That was a really good ass fucking match. My B for hottest is the Motor City Machine Guns. I'm hearing nothing but positive shit about them.
Yeah.
They're handling all of this in fucking stride. And anybody that's pissed off about where they're at right now can suck a big donkey elephant dick.
Wow.
Damn.
Not hard to find. The only black guy in Utah, so I'm not hard to find.
But he is hard to find right now because he is high as hell.
Yes, I am. I'm higher than the elevation here in the mountains.
My man said 5280. Come see me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, go Twitch. Go.
My match of the week is also Motor City Machine Guns and the Street Profits. Don't die.
Oh no, please.
My hottest wrestler of the week is Roman for keeping the story going with Paul Heyman and his phone being destroyed and calling the number and it being disconnected. That to me, well, technically that would be WWE for keeping that going, but
Roman helped bring it to life.
Yeah. My coldest wrestler of the week, and I understand it, so you say whatever you want. I don't give a shit about your opinion. Bailey, I really would have rather seen one of the other two in that match advance in the women's US tournament. I understand that Bailey will bring championship credibility to it. But me personally, I'd have rather seen like Candice LeRae go over or something.
I can see that. I don't disagree with you. I don't mind her being in the tournament. That gives it enough credibility, the fact that she's in it. But I definitely don't want to see her win. And yeah, she should have not won that triple threat. But hey, look, it is what it is.
I get
guess.
it. I totally get it.
I do too.
Yeah.
What about you, Chaz?
You're gonna lead this
Whoever.
conversation now? Are you leading this conversation?
Yeah, we are.
Well, fine then. I'll go. My hottest wrestler of the week, Shelton Benjamin.
Okay.
You gotta look since he's debuted, right? Everything about the Hurt Syndicate has been, for the most part, 9.9. Right? I don't want to give it a 10 yet, just so there's room for improvement. So I'm gonna give it a 9. Everything so far from Shelton coming in from MVP now to Bobby to where we're going with Bobby and Swerve. I like everything. And Shelton's been putting on bangers after bangers. Doesn't matter if it's on Collision, if it's on Rampage, if it's on ROH, if it's on in New Japan. This man, whether it's on Dynamite, I forgot their main show. Jeez, but he's putting on a banger of a match, and it does not matter who you're putting in there with him.
Everybody else is forgetting about Dynamite too, but I mean that's irrelevant.
That's not the point. That's not the point we're arguing. But Shelton Benjamin is my hottest wrestler of the week. I've really been liking everything Shelton's been doing. All his matches, really. My coldest wrestler, I'm gonna go with the on the bandwagon here. I don't really have someone cold, but it's always gonna be Chris Jericho. So yeah, bring him back up there. Sorry, everybody.
Was he even on TV this week?
No, but ready to say I don't think he was even on TV this week.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why he's my coldest. Not because what he did, it's what he posted. He
because his wife stormed the Capitol
after the Mike Tyson fight. He posted him getting knocked out by Mike Tyson on Raw, and tried to say, "Hey, what I forgot." He said something, but I went and I rolled my eyes. And so whatever he posted after that, yeah, that's why he's my coldest wrestler. It might not even be that bad. I just rolled my eyes when I saw it.
I thought it was because his wife stormed the Capitol.
I mean, that could always be your reason for putting him up there. just
my match. My match of the week is same with you, Damien, is the Street Profits versus the Motor City Machine Guns. I'm a tag team enthusiastic. I love the Motor City Machine Guns since I was 12 years old. I love the Motor City Machine Guns.
You mean enthusiast? You mean enthusiast?
That's what I said.
No, you didn't.
Whatever. Anyway, you know what I meant. Anyway.
I might be high, but I ain't stupid.
I didn't say you were. You said it yourself. But yeah, the Street Profits and the Machine Guns. That's my match of the week. The Motor City Machine Guns are one of the best tag teams on the planet. We've known that for literally over 15 years. But now that we get to see them mix it up with the top teams in WWE, inject all of it in my veins. I'll say it every week. Now give me, I don't know, cheese. Did like the combination.
It doesn't even matter who they give us.
No, at this point, no. You can just you can give me a makeshift tag team and put it with the Machine Guns, and it'll be fire.
Oh, shout out to Shinsuke, by the way.
Oh yeah,
right.
Shinsuke.
For that epic return.
Absolutely.
Can't forget that. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, Cliff. My bad.
Yeah, because my hottest wrestler of the week was a 1A, 1B. My 1B was Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh damn. Again, my bad.
It's all good. My 1A though is gonna be Bronson Reed because
you know what? Yo, that was fucking awesome.
100%. Watch this man come through and just wreck house. With that being said, my coldest wrestler of the week though, man, it's Alpha Academy. We ain't seeing them. They my 1B for coldest wrestler of the week. Why? Because my coldest 1A isn't even a wrestler.
Oh damn.
A promotion.
Oh damn.
It's every single person who wanted to watch the Netflix fight got colded out by Netflix server.
Oh,
You win. You win. Wholeheartedly,
yeah.
you win. That's a wrap.
Oh, I'm so happy we didn't live react to that. By the way, folks, we
Bro,
were talking about doing the main event for the fight, and
me
I'm
and
so happy we didn't.
me and Damien talked about doing a live stream for it, and yeah, because I messaged him earlier and told him I was just yelling at the TV to throw a fucking punch. Like I was getting paid to be in this man's corner.
My match of the week, though. I like your guys' match of the week. I'm gonna see you guys' match and raise you one. Takashita versus Adam Cole, baby.
I heard that was a really good match. I didn't get a chance to check it, but I heard it was I heard the transition into it was really good too. Like how they transitioned into actually I heard this week that Dynamite did a pretty decent job at transitioning their show this week between like the backstage segments, end ring segments, and like matches and stuff. So big ups, guys.
Yeah,
Keep up that hard work. I want you guys to stick around even if I do shit on you.
Yep. I'm excited for. Hopefully they keep this momentum going. But yeah, that's definitely that's mine. There's my 3.
I support that, dude.
Cool.
Yeah,
Let us
I
know,
definitely support that.
everybody. Let us know who you think is. Let us know your temp check, your hottest wrestler, coldest wrestler, your match of the week. Drop it in the comments. Right now, we're gonna pull up the comments right now because it's popping over there. Let's see what they got.
We can start it off because I got high. Because feel better.
Thank you.
Cody's pretty cold.
I don't know. Like that promo was fire.
Listen, when Cody's not in a suit, that man's fired up.
He almost cursed.
He's
Oh, the top. Damien Cena. That might be right.
He got the scene of super healing.
Yep.
Yeah, I do.
I've seen it happen more than once.
I'm out of this.
You are talking wild, sir.
Okay, I can't. I'm sorry, Mr. Golden. I agreed with almost everything except for this. I can't. And y'all know I hate AEW. He's doing his thing.
And y'all get on my shit about Corbin and Shayna, but Jericho hate never ends. Well, okay, hold on. No, let's talk about why there's hate. Corbin and Shayna Baszler are incredible workers, and I will give Jericho his props. He was, and at points in time, he'll be an incredible worker. But lately, his run has been more at the end than it has been in the middle of his career.
Right?
With it.
Like it's almost like he's like wrestling with dementia.
Yeah, Jericho. Yes. Yeah. I this is the thing. I get the, like I said, I've said the thing was a couple months ago. I understand and I get the learning tree.
Of course I do. Of course we do.
We get it because we're wrestlers, and that's literally what he's playing is the old head wrestler, well past their prime. Like he's literally himself.
Yeah.
But it's just bad. It's not good.
It's a 12-year-old, so 3 years ago. Shinsuke, yeah, Nakamura. Gotta be real with that. Thank you, because we're talking about Netflix, obviously. They're part of my dumbass of the week. Don't worry, they're mine. Ending screwed it up, 100%. Punk is the coldest. Like,
well, because he hasn't been around, I can get that.
That's fair.
I mean, with that being said, I would say coldest wrestler of the week is anybody who's being outsold by Larry.
That is true. Yeah. His plushies completely like sold the fuck out and did a lot. So maybe he isn't the coldest. So Larry might be the hottest.
I understand that Jericho's holding on way too long, but he still puts people over at least sometimes. He does. He does.
Sometimes
he definitely does. But there's more times where it's more missed than it is hit. So,
my question is though, does it really matter if you beat Jericho nowadays?
Yes, because he's still the best in the world.
It does. Yeah. It's not like it's Jake Paul beating Tyson. a 27-year-old beating up a 58-year-old man. But Jericho still has a lot to offer to the business, and he's still putting in. We talk about matches every once in a while, like at least I'll be facetious when I say this. Once a quarter, we talk about a match that Jericho had where we're like, it was pretty good. It was
Yeah.
okay.
And that's
That
not
is true.
that's
He'll
not
give us
forget
a
what
banger.
I don't remember. He was definitely in the top, at least the top 10 when we did our
Yeah,
greatest.
no, he was up there. Well,
So
because he had a great career. I just wish it would end now.
I didn't want to give the schematics. I didn't want to give him too much credit. That's why I gave him the top 10. Now,
Well, okay.
Number
Let
three.
me be fair. Let me be fair when I say this. He did put over Shook D. Like he got Shook D over, like
yes.
with the fans. And sure, it was Pineapple Pete, but like we love that whole thing. And because of him, like talking so much trash about Shook D, like he got a match with Shook D, and Shook D got over with the fans at AEW. Like that was Jericho's work.
Ugh,
So and not to
ugh.
mention Action Andretti as well. And sure, we could be like, where's Andretti now? No importa ahora. Not important right now. But what is when Action Andretti scored that win, we all went, what? This man got the jobber entrance and everything, and won. So, I mean,
Okay.
he knows 104,000. No, he said he forgot of a couple of them.
He did say that. He did.
Yeah.
Number one is armbar.
All right.
I will
let's
say
get
it was
on
one
to
of my
our first
favorite
big
segments.
topic. Let's get to it. Ken Shamrock has been in the conversation this year about being a potential candidate for the Hall of Fame in Las Vegas. So let's talk about it. Should Ken Shamrock? That's a tongue twister. Wow. Should Ken Shamrock be in the Hall of Fame? Let's
You
start
don't
it
do
off
your
with you,
acting
Cliff.
practice. You don't do your acting lessons anymore.
No, I
Right?
don't. You can tell, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You might want to start doing. You might want to get back into that.
Well,
You gotta
look, I
start
got the
yellow
binder. Look,
leather, yellow leather, yellow
this is
leather,
be fun.
yellow
I got the
leather, red
speech
yellow,
book right here.
red leather,
I
yellow
got the
leather.
binder. And I said, I'm looking at it. I got the speech book and everything. I'm gonna go open it back up today, right when we get off. But yeah, Cliff,
Okay,
start
you
us
know
off. Should
what?
Ken
Go ahead,
Shamrock be in
Cliff.
the Hall of Fame?
All right. Do I think Ken Shamrock should be in the Hall of Fame? It's tough because part of me wants to say yes, and I don't know if it's because he's such a UFC legend, and at one point in time he was the baddest man on the planet. And since then, like after he left the E, he went back to MMA, and he was doing this thing. And sure, he's in the UFC Hall of Fame. I I don't know. It's tough for me to call because like his career wasn't really that long in the E for me to say yes, he's justified in being in the E. And I don't know if his impact was as big as at the time. We had Stone Cold and Rock and Hunter and Shawn and Taker and Mankind and Mick Foley. And it's hard for me to say yes. Ken definitely deserves to be in there. He did a lot, I guess, with the European and the Intercontinental title, but he never won the big one. It's hard for me to say yes to it. I mean, if I was putting like a percentage on it, it'd probably be like 45% sure, but I'm not even. I can't put him over right now and say yeah, he deserves it.
All right, what you got, Twitch?
I agree with Cliff to some level. The biggest thing for me, the reason I say yes is there are more people in there who have no real contribution to wrestling, regardless if it's celebrity wing or not. You have no real contribution to wrestling, and I feel like this man does to some degree with the European title, the Intercontinental title. You were a tag team champion with Big Boss Man, if I remember correctly. I feel like if you're going to do it, Las Vegas being a UFC town, him being an MMA legend, I feel like this is the time you do it if you're going to.
Damien.
So, you know, the ironic part about this is, like, if somebody was like, "Yo, you think Ken Shamrock deserves to be in the, WWE Hall of Fame?" Off the cuff, just like off the top of the head, it's like, "Oh yeah, sure, why not?" But like actually breaking it down and thinking about it, like, yeah, his tenure wasn't really crazy long, but like, even though there was a lot going on, if you had to list like legit badasses around that time, Ken Shamrock's on that list.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? Who was it that he was facing? Was it Rock or somebody? And he told him like swing for the fences. Like you
Rock when
better
he
hit me.
smacked him in the face with the chair. Yeah.
Yeah. So like the thing is when Ken Shamrock was in the ring and doing wrestling, he was all in. No pun intended. Like he put all of that. He didn't go in there and half-ass it. Let's put it like that. Like he went in there and brought some legitimacy to wrestling with his tenure there. So give him his flowers. I say yeah, like 100% yeah. And like Twitch said, the fact that it's in Vegas, it's in UFC home territory, just kind of like that perfect storm, if you know what I mean. So yeah, give him his flowers, dude. I think he deserves it. I think he's earned it.
Yeah. So, uh, I gotta go with yes, he does. He definitely should be in the Hall of Fame. It being in Vegas definitely is a big factor. Vegas being the big UFC kind of like city. So I with that being in mind, the setting of WrestleMania absolutely the right time. But if you look like Damien was saying, if you look at that attitude era, like really like up to nine was like I think around 98, 99. Ken Shamrock was that dude. Like he said, he was that dude. You got to look back at it. Like look at his stats. He's won the NWA championship. I mean, yeah, it was the TNA time period, but he won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. He was the Intercontinental Champion. He won the Tag Team Championship. He was the King of the Ring in
Yeah.
1998.
Oh yeah, you're right. He did win King of the Ring.
He
You're
won,
right. He
yes, he won
did.
King of the Ring. He was the Intercontinental Champion. He was number 8 in the PWI 500. He was in the top 10. Ken Shamrock was like, yes, he's in the
He
Impact
was
Hall
on
of Fame. He's
he
like,
was on some pretty good matches. Like his
exactly, like
matches
he
weren't
made a
bad.
significant contribution. He was really one of the first like MMA guys to switch over to pro wrestling. Especially
And
when
actually
UFC
get it.
and MMA was really getting his real big rise. So I really I don't know how you can't say he's not like he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, especially if he's in the Impact Hall of Fame. He barely did really anything in Impact.
Because and here's my justification, and why I'll tell you why I'm like on the no side, right? Because when you go through and year after year after year after year, right? And we're talking like let's go with the past 10 years, right? When we say who deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, guess whose name doesn't come up?
His,
Ken Shamrock.
yeah. No,
And
you're right.
I'm sure on this program we've at least mentioned D'Lo Brown. But in our top but think about this, right? Let's play it out. In our top on our best wrestlers of 2000 and before, Ken Shamrock did not make that list. Wasn't even thought about.
Nope.
Wasn't even in a thought. And I would tell you a person that I think deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame more so than Ken is D'Lo. But being that this is in Vegas, and yes, the UFC is going to be, obviously TKO has some kind of swing. He's a UFC Hall of Famer, right? That's the only justification that you're going to have to tell me that this man belongs in the Hall of Fame, like in the WWE Hall of Fame. I didn't even remember that he was a King of the Ring winner. Like, and I bet none of y'all remember that until Chaz Wikipedia.
Oh no, no, no. I just said I totally forgot that he did win King of the Ring. I had to think about it, but I did forget that he won King of the Ring.
I'm just saying, like when he was around, 100%, right? Like he was one of the baddest men around. Okay, I'll give it right. One of the baddest dudes. But yo, like when you look back and we're looking at this era of like attitude, I promise you, man, like Ken Shamrock is not in the first 15 names that you think of.
As far as the attitude era is concerned,
Yeah, when you're talking about the attitude era with the invasion angle, you're not talking about Ken Shamrock.
No,
no.
But
I
again,
did love him. I loved him in the corporation. Was he in that corporation?
that yes, he was. But that's my
Okay.
point. Like you're questioning
I had
me.
to think about that. I had
What
to
did he
think about. Well,
do?
no, 'cause I had to think about that for a second. I mean, he was like low tier in the group, but
There is not a shadow of a doubt that that was the man who opened up the door for MMA wrestlers to cross over to WWE, right?
he
Him,
did it better.
Severin, right? Ron, obviously, we can go through the names of all the people who were on both sides, right?
Right.
But when I look back at it and I look at Ken Shamrock, unfortunately, right, he is an impact. He's in an Impact Hall of Fame, but really, I mean, he wasn't there that long. Like if we were really
Yeah,
comparing
for a
that
cup of
to the
coffee.
E, we would be like, yeah, he's not getting in. He's not getting into the TNA Hall of Fame. Like he wasn't around that long. So for us to be at the E and to be like, man, what kind of impact did he have? I don't think he had much. I'm excited for him. If he does get in, great. But honestly, like I'm like, yo, you're not there, bro. Like, and to be fair, I would say the same thing about Dan Severn, right? Dan Severn is a legend in the UFC in
Yeah,
the mixed martial arts world.
he
Not,
is.
you know,
But he does. But Hall of Fame.
no. I just look at those guys and I'm like, yo, unfortunately, I can't pull this way and be like, yeah, you're in there. You're like, you held all these titles. I don't remember. I remember you being a European champion, barely, and the Intercontinental champion, kind of. I didn't remember you were in the King of Ring, and every other time I saw like he was somebody's lackey. Like at that case, man, Midian might as well be in the Hall of Fame too.
Well, Midian does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame just because
I
he's
only say
fucking
I say
hilarious.
no. I'm not talking about the character Midian.
I know what you mean. Well, I'm just saying all together with everything he's done.
Yeah, because that man
He
is
definitely deserves it. He's a legend. But I get what you're saying. Like the
yeah,
character Midian was like a fuckboy.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean,
Dennis
like,
Knight is fucking hilarious. I just
yeah,
want to put that out there. I gotta meet him one day. I just need to sit down with him, eat some cool food, and smoke some weed with him. He's really fucking cool guy.
but I don't want to take anything away from. This is why I said like I'm just like so I'm on the fence. It could have been a 50-50, but the more I'm like I'm not trying to nitpick. I'm just looking at it as like as a fan when I was a kid, did I go, oh my god? Now I'm looking back, I'm like, oh my god, Ken Shamrock, 100%. No. And when his theme song hits, I'm still gonna be like, oh, it's Ken Shamrock. But I'm not gonna be like, that man is instantly in the Hall of Fame.
No, I get what you're saying. No, I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying give him his flowers. It's like the time is too perfect because of where it's at. And I wouldn't say now he's the person that goes on first.
Hmm.
Like he's definitely not a headline.
No, I
You know
wouldn't
what I
even
mean?
no, I wouldn't even open. I'd be like, yo, you are number 2.
Yeah, you can put him number 2, number 3.
If you know,
Like that
you
filler
know.
spot. That filler spot, that cushion spot.
Yeah. You're in Vegas. I get it. Because I mean, I don't even know. Is RVD in the Hall of Fame already? I don't remember.
Yeah, I thought, is he? I think so, yeah.
I was
Yes,
like,
he
I'm
is.
looking for and I don't want to be funny, but I'm looking for other people that are around the Vegas area that are contributors to the show. You know what I mean? To the E.
I get what you mean.
All right. Let's go to the comments, see what they say. I'm ready to see.
Yeah.
I want to see what everybody says.
All
See what
right.
they
So
think.
number 1, no.
All right.
That's funny. That's funny.
He screwed up a pay-per-view with his kayfabe sister.
Oh, he did screw that up. I forgot about that.
I mean, who hasn't messed something up?
That is true. But I told you, he did screw that up. It was pretty decent.
Is he even at the level of Coco Beware or Hillbilly Jim? I would say, listen, I will say, with like that charisma wise, no, absolutely not. That man was a
Oh
rookie.
God, no, not Co. Yeah, you can't touch
Wise
Coco.
and like his attitude, 100%. Yeah, he was with the levels of Coco Beware.
Yeah,
With that. Blackman ahead of Shamrock. He was the first MMA guy in the E, right? I think he was, but he wasn't the strongest contributor, which is why I said
no,
that Shamrock was a
he was there longer.
door. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was there longer. He did a lot more, but
So it's a money thing, absolutely. Because
oh God, yeah.
Vegas. We already have enough bums in a Hall of Fame. What's next, Ralphus?
He might.
Hey, I like him.
Is D'Lo not in because of draws? No, I just don't
No.
think they've approached him yet to be
No, I
in
just
the Hall of
yeah,
Fame.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so
They
even
didn't even
after
put the whole
draws,
nation.
yeah,
Yeah, they didn't hold that
whole
against them.
draw, yeah, after the whole draws incident, like that man still had fire matches. Like he was still tearing down the house. Most of us wouldn't even remember the whole draws incident unless we like actively knew what was going on. Steve Blackman, Abyss. I know that he was never in the E, but neither was Gagne and RR Express, so barely, and the Briscoes. Fair enough. But
Yeah,
you
true.
know, Abyss, like, yeah, and he was barely there. So, yes, he is as far as RVD, Dark Lord Mentor RVD, then smacks me,
Yep, definitely. I can't believe you.
but he was there first. Yeah, so Blackman was there first, but Blackman's impact wasn't quite at the because they really wanted Blackman to be that guy, but Blackman
They did.
he
I always forgot about Blackman.
yeah, Blackman just he
But
didn't
he was there longer though.
he was
He
there long.
did he did a lot. Dude, he did a lot with the hardcore title.
Yeah, he had a long tenure.
Everyone did a lot with the hardcore title.
Yeah, but like but I'm just saying he did really good in that division actually.
Yeah. Well, I still think about the match with him and Shane.
Right?
Yeah.
That was a good match.
Yeah. All right,
Putting his body on the line.
let's hit it. It's time for the favorite segment. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So who's the dumbass of the week? All right, look, before I do my actually dumbass of the week, I'm going to give a nice little special shout out to my kid. He did wonderful in his play, and keep up the good work, buddy. All right, my dumbass of the week. Who did something stupid?
I mean, we have the usuals.
Like, I mean, I don't know if Tony did something dumb this week. Did he do
You know what?
something dumb?
Actually, no. Tony did something actually smart
All
because
right, so
it is reported that the WWE tried to get Hammerstein Ballroom for NXT.
oh yeah, again.
But they couldn't because it was too close to AEW's date previously. So Tony's got to pick up on them. 1 point, Tony Khan.
To the million to the E, got you.
Yeah, so I mean, Triple H is still gaining. He's got a wide margin.
Well, definitely Jericho. And the IWC for the simple fact that y'all bitching about pre-tapes.
Yeah.
That's not why I
And he's not trying to get. I mean, there's probably several other things, but the point that y'all made Ryback relevant and say something correctly, something's wrong with y'all. Really? Like, I can't believe I'm saying this. I actually agree with Ryback's comment and tweet 120%, every bit of it.
Wow,
and that's really your fault.
He really
that is the internet wrestling community's fault for allowing that to happen.
I don't remember what happened, but clue me in because I forgot.
So basically, there's been some bitching online because, like, during this holiday season, WWE is doing a lot of pre-tapes to give the wrestlers time with their families. Like, they're not going to be working Thanksgiving. They're not going to be working Christmas. I think they get like 10 days off in a row. But yet you got dumbasses on the internet crying, well, like find out about spoilers and there's no fear, and it's like, yo, you gotta be joking. Like these people are human just like us. They deserve to be with their freaking families. It's
100%.
good that they're actually doing a conscious thing to make sure that these men and women have time off and with their family. So like, fuck y'all. Y'all can eat a big fat donkey elephant dick, as I said before, and I mean it and stand by it. 100 grand, and yeah, like y'all made Ryback of all people make sense.
Yeah, I'm agree with you. Like, yeah, I'm agree with you. Yeah, it's odd that I would ever really agree with anything that Ryback has to say, but yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Like,
IWC definitely
like
belongs there
basically, yeah, his tweet was like, like, dude, like, this is a good thing for them. Like, why are y'all bitching?
because you don't get to see
Like,
them live. Like, shut up, shut
right?
up.
Come
They have the
on
holiday
now.
tour. If you're mad because they're not gonna be there live, you can watch them on the holiday tour.
Right.
So
Like, get over yourself. It is what it is. Let these men and women rest so we can have them fresh for the start of the year.
yeah, 100%. I agree. I agree. So yeah, I definitely agree that IWC belongs up there. Who else did we say?
Chris
Uh,
Jericho.
Jericho,
Jericho.
just because.
Hey, we put Netflix in there.
Yeah, they kind of dropped the ball a little bit with the. You know
With
what,
his
the
fight
dude? Everything was going great until the main event.
at Netflix. Y'all's fault. You
Dude,
know what?
like the funny part is,
Okay.
I didn't have many connection problems as everybody else did. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
lie.
Well,
But
I'm
then
on the
again,
East
I
Coast.
am
I had
in
all the
Utah.
problems.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm in Utah, so I mean, how many people here were actually watching that?
I mean, I
Let's
feel
I
keep
you.
it real.
I had issues on my television. My phone though, I was perfectly fine.
Yeah, I
And
noticed that too. My phone was a lot better than like in the house. Then the house wasn't
yeah,
that bad, but the phone, I didn't have any problem.
I've
I
watched.
the first round froze at like 15 seconds left, and it stayed there till the seventh round because I started
Damn.
watching it on my phone. And I just left it going. It was like I'll wait till it comes back, and I pulled up my phone and I end up watching it. Me and the wife end up watching it on my phone for the rest of the night till it. But yeah, it popped back up the seventh round saying, "Hey," it was like it just got back to where it was in like 14, 13 in the first round. I went, "Oh, that's crazy."
Yeah, so I'll tell you. So for me, it was stopping like every 5 to 15 seconds. Like,
Wow.
yeah, on my
God
TV.
damn.
On my phone, it was every 45 to a minute. It was stopping. And it wouldn't
Damn.
restart. I'd have to log out and or like swipe out and close my app and then open it back up.
That's
And
crazy. That's
couple
interesting.
times, a couple times on my Xbox, right? It would test the connection to Netflix because it was
Oh
like,
damn.
"Oh, is it right? Is it fine?" And it was like, "Oh no, you have great speed." I'm like, "I know what I have. Y'all need to figure this out." Because like, here's the problem, right? So when they first started trying doing live events, they had that show. What was it? Love Is Blind. They tried to do a
Yep.
reunion show, and it failed miserably, right? Then they came back and they tried to do the roast of Tom Brady, and at first it was really bad, and it got better as like the night progressed, right? Um, but then ultimately, what ended up happening was then you have this big boxing event, right? You should be anticipating better, right? You know how many people you have, and Netflix has the numbers. That's my problem. Netflix has the numbers of everybody who is subscribed to the network, so you should have a rough estimate of who's going to be watching what and how much the servers need to be dedicated to that event. So it's on them, and you cannot tell me that be like, well, like there's instances where like more people are watching this and that. No, it's Mike Tyson in 2024, and sure, it's old Mike Tyson, and I don't really care. But my point being is that he's still a name that's going to draw a lot of people to watch. So you mean to tell me that even if you let's lowball the number, right? 100 million people subscribe, right, to to Netflix, right? You don't think out of that, right? 55 million might be watching the event. Now, I only use 55 because we're gonna go a little bit over halfway, right?
Right.
Let's just
Remember, it's
assume
households. It's not really people. It's households.
Yeah.
but multiple people watching multiple devices.
True.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Yes.
So my point being though is that we'll go 55 million subscribers watching actively your big event and you can't produce. Like that's a problem. That's a problem right there. And I only use that in term because when we look at it, the E is probably going to be just fine, right? Because we're probably figuring what maybe 12 million might be watching.
That's the math. Yeah. You're not. Yeah, that's your
You're
math.
not getting that many.
You're not getting no. Yeah. Let's say. Oh,
Yeah. Let's be real.
You're not getting a Monday Night Raw. Is not pulling in 50 million. No.
Back.
That's that. Yeah, I don't care who you put on there. You can bring Jesus back. I don't think 50 million people are going to tune in to Monday Night Raw.
But here's the problem. In 2 weeks, right? Is it Thanksgiving that Netflix has 2 football games, or is it over Christmas?
It's Christmas.
They have
Christmas.
They have 2 football games, regardless, though, right?
Yeah, it's Christmas.
So they have a Ravens game, and they have I forget who the other one was.
I just saw the.
But you have.
Yeah.
You better have this cleaned up because right after that, right, 2 weeks later, Raw comes to Netflix.
Yep.
And you've got to have those servers cleaned up because you're gonna have to have something dedicated strictly to that. And if you go by the numbers that like Raw produces, right, you know, what 4.0, I think is what the like at the highest so far in the last couple of years, maybe a 5. When they go to Netflix, I would be hoping that when the world is watching, you're dedicating at least 20 to 30% of your servers to Raw because it is the first episode and we're watching it. We're doing a stream for y'all. We're streaming Raw when it goes to Netflix because we want to see what it's gonna be like too. So what happens? You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm trying to get at. Is like you have to anticipate these problems. You should have been anticipating problems, and because you didn't, now you look like a whole asshole because you didn't produce like you're supposed to.
Facts.
Okay. Wow. So I don't think we have a fourth.
No, but my third better win.
So all right. So cool. We got Jericho, the IWC, and I did at Netflix in the So yeah. So they'll know if they get dumbass of the week.
Okay, and I'll put up there too. Anybody who thought that Mike Tyson stood a chance against Jake Paul.
Yeah,
that was just a. I feel like that was a glorified like sparring match.
That was I'm gonna be honest. When Tyson caught that 3-piece in the third round, spoilers for those who don't know, he caught a 4-piece in that third round.
Yeah,
he started trembling. I was like, oh no.
I feel like both fighters were like taking it. They were being smart. I give it to Jake. He was being smart and making sure he didn't get in punching range of Mike. He was smart. He wanted to. I think he was more like I'd rather just go to 8 rounds than to put myself in danger.
Well, I don't know. The contract said that if Jake got knocked out in the first round, Tyson get paid out. Yeah. That was in the contract.
Really?
Yeah, that was in the contract. And then at every round that Tyson made it past round 4, they added like another incentive to his payout. So he made $20 million from that fight.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, well, I would have just lasted 8 rounds too then.
Yeah,
that was an easy payday.
That's because why I keep telling. I'm one of the people. And we're gonna move on. But I've been one of those people who have been scorched in the internet because I need people to understand that yes, this is a cash grab, but you got to understand we've been doing this since the pandemic. Like you have not caught on to this. Like the main event is just to get the money in and to get the eyes. It's all about the undercard. That's why the women's fight was the best fight. That was your main event. That match, like all that.
I was so mad about the finish.
Like, don't you know wrestling? That's the spectacle match. But it's just they put the spectacle match at the end. That's just how boxing works.
That women's boxing match could have not ended that way. She got robbed. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
That pissed me off.
Yeah, as it should. All right, let's get to the comments real quick. People, Let's
Yep.
run through it real quick so we get to our
There we
second topic.
go. TJ Sykes says,
Hey, buddy.
Party here. What's up,
What
bro?
it do?
Chaz looking like an extra member of B2K. 100%.
Never mind, he can go away again.
Wow.
Says, wow. Shoot
Wow.
me up more. Shoot me up more. When's the album for Baby Bash Evans? Chaz looking like he's gonna audition to play Smokey in the Friday Re-Up. The other problem with the Netflix is that we have to wait 3 months for 5 episodes of Cobra Kai.
Duh!
Chaz with the starter Jerry Girl.
Damn. Wow, he's getting them in.
Bobby Sherman.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow, he is laying it on thick.
Chaz looking like he would do the Sherman head dance every time he's right about something. Oh, and the students at Harvard and Penn University who had the day off and milk and cookies the day Trump won. I did not hear about that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That wasn't a story from The Onion. That was a thing that happened. Like,
Oh wow.
oh wow.
I was like, as I was reading it, I was looking and reading, like, wait a minute, that happened?
Michael Moore found out what happens when you get too close to Big Puncher.
A big puncher.
Yeah. Yep.
He said, "Love you, buddy."
Oh,
No, that's funny though. But I did not know. I did not know about this. That
That's
Harvard,
hilarious.
who had the day off, gave the day off and gave milk and cookies the day that Trump won. Like, I didn't know that was a thing.
That's hilarious.
London Daily Mail. I'm gonna have to go check this out because that's actually find this hilarious.
I can't wait to hear Damien's perspective on this topic. How important is Mr. Cleaner here, Kenny Omega, to the pro wrestling landscape? All right, so Kenny Omega's coming back, y'all. All right, he's been getting into some fights backstage over there in Japan. Right, he's been causing a little disruption, and it starts to bring the question of how important Kenny Omega is to pro wrestling. Well, let's start off with you, Damien.
Okay. So
Yeah,
at
we're
one
gonna
point
get
in
it like
time,
this.
at one point, I found some newfound respect for Mr. Omega as a human, by the way. All right. As far as he's important to AEW in New Japan. Yeah, that's about it. My mama said if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So, he's important to them. The thing is he gonna make a difference? That's the question. Has his absence really been felt?
Yes, I think so. Okay, go ahead, keep going. I'm sorry.
I mean, I think Moxley would say something different. Because he's been riding that company on his shoulders since he arrived. So let's keep it real. I mean, I don't think so. I'm sorry. I feel like they dropped the ball when they had him there for a little bit, and he was doing that fighting for Tony thing, and then they dropped the ball on that. So yeah. No, I mean, if he left today, I think we'd be all good. Just saying. I mean, he's over there in New Japan and not where he should be. So, hey,
All right. Go ahead, Cliff. I can't even look at my notes and get my words before. Like, I can't.
He said something. I forget where I saw him at. Was it Chris Van Vliet? That the reason why he was debuting at like coming back at Japan versus AEW is because he didn't want to take the spotlight from anybody.
I mean, I respect that.
I do. I respect that. I agree. He's important in Japan. There's no question about it. Every time that man turns up, the crowd goes ballistic because they love
he is.
Kenny Omega. He's definitely one. So as far as like how important is he to the landscape? He's very important to the Japanese landscape, as well as I think probably like in the European part. As far as like in the U.S., I mean, the stories are continuing on without him, and he's been gone from like the U.S. scene for like what, realistically, 18 or so months, right? Like it's been a while since we've really like mentioned Kenny Omega like doing anything in AEW outside of just being a EVP.
I mean,
So,
he was hurt. He had.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
We get that. I understand.
I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm not saying anything wrong. It's just when you get hurt, right? Like let's be real. It's like playing a sport, right? When a player gets hurt, it's the next person up.
Right.
And when you're gone for so long, when you come back, I mean, let's be real. Are we really missing Charlotte Flair right now on WWE?
No, the women are killing it.
Yeah.
But there's a void. There is a void.
I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just saying
there's a void though. You feel though. We mentioned it before. Like you feel you can feel like the absence of Charlotte. Like you feel like we're missing something.
No, you do.
I mean, and on the same
like
aspect,
I feel the same way as far as for Kenny's state. Like there's something missing here, especially when the Bucks were doing their shit. Like there was something missing on Wednesday nights, and I do feel like that void is there without Kenny.
I mean, it could be Kenny. I mean, there's been so many wrestlers that have been injured for AEW that they're all starting to come back now. It could be Kenny. It might not be. He might come back and we might be like, well, it was nice. We'll pop for the first week. Oh my God, Kenny Omega's back. The second week, maybe not as much. Going into like down the road, we might just be like, all right, yeah, Kenny's here. I'm not trying to just downplay. All I'm saying is that when I look at it, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if he's quite the needle mover that I don't know if he's quite the needle mover for AEW.
I mean, where are you going to put him at right now? Let's be real.
Where's he fitting?
The Bucks aren't there. That whole storyline is out the window. They dropped the ball on that one because Tony didn't want anybody to think that anybody else was booking his show, even in the storyline. He ruined it. And it was, you know what the funny part about it is? I was actually enjoying that. I started to actually give it a fucking chance.
It took you long enough.
And he ruined it.
But I'm just saying, when you look at it at the end of the day, when you're really staring at it, like, where's Kenny fitting at? Because we had to find a place for it. Let's be real.
You put him anywhere. Hey, you know what you do? You have him go against Okada. You put him in the Continental Classic. That's what you do. We go back and do Okada on Omega 5.
Yeah, I'm good.
On American soil. I know. Yeah, you do it on American soil. Like what?
Yeah, I'd rather see.
Oh, shut no, you would
not face anybody else. Oh. Yeah, I'm good.
That it would be them having him versus Okada on American soil is a big deal.
Can he still have that match?
Can he still have? Well, that's remained to be seen.
That's what I'm saying though. Like at this point, like you'd have to kind of like ease him back in and just figure out. So I think like obviously the stuff that he's doing in Japan be perfect, right? But my worry is that when he comes back, we go, oh cool, Kenny's here, and then it just we kind of like, all right, we're kind of used to seeing Kenny, and we're just kind of like checked out. Like, and I agree, the Continental Classic would probably be a great place for him to start, right? Because then we're gonna see him on our TV every week, at least guaranteed. Yeah. But then post that, we have to figure out what's next for Kenny, right? You're not putting him in a title picture. You're not throwing him at the top.
You have him fight the Hurt Syndicate. Have them beat him up.
Anyway.
Why?
Wow. And then here's
the problem. He goes
over
on
people.
And he goes over on the Hurt Syndicate, and then what happens? Then
Wait a
where we
minute.
at?
That's not what we said. I didn't book that.
Then
I didn't say
ruin
you
that,
would, but
but
we
that's
know
gonna ruin it. That's what's gonna happen.
the man who likes lines will definitely think about that.
Oh.
Exactly.
So I'm not
And
trying.
then
I'm not.
that hurts them, and that doesn't help them.
Does Kenny help the show? Absolutely. Is Kenny the linchpin that holds all of AEW together? I don't think he is anymore. He was. But I don't think he is anymore.
Same.
In fact, the person I would tell you is probably the linchpin of AEW currently is probably Moxley, or as crazy as it's gonna sound, Orange Cassidy.
Oh, I was gonna say MJF.
MJF was gone for such a long for a while too, and guess what? Like, we couldn't wait for Moxley to come back. We couldn't wait. Like, I get that OC is not like the he's not like the giant superstar, but when he's gone, we miss him. We literally like, whoa, like where's OC at? Like, and we do that with MJF. I guess I do feel your point, but yeah, I guess if we go that way, the pillars, right, is going to be like MJF. I would say OC, John Moxley, and I mean, right now it's just a mishmash of who's ever around.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Round turnbuckle. What you guys got?
For me, big shout outs to Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes joining the WWE ID team. So, both of them. One was in Aaron Rourke. I want to put him out there too, in Aaron Rourke. So all three of these gentlemen, they wrestle at the Wrestling Open. And Ricky Smokes actually got his ID contract at Chaotic. So big shout outs to him. So I wanted to throw some love out that way. And was it Ice Williams? Was that his name from Reality of Wrestling?
Yep.
Big shout outs. I don't want to lose track of the people who are currently being looked at by WWE. So I just want to give love where it's deserved.
Yep. Damien, what you got?
I don't think so. I think we kind of covered mostly everything.
I got something.
I've been like I told you, like I did at the beginning of the dumbass of the week. Like, my son's been making me proud this week.
Oh, he's in a good mood.
All right, good. Dude, you don't get it. He killed it. He set the tone for the whole play and the opening that.
That's what I'm talking
and like he made like no mistakes. His pitch was perfect. His lines were perfect. They were fucking hilarious. He delivered them with like he made Grimsby better than what Grimsby is on like screen. He gave him more character, even with his horrible British accent. But like, I don't know. He got compliments from like the teaching staff saying that like they've done the play before. And they said that not only did he fit the costume better and look better in it, but he has done the best job with bringing this character like bigger than what it probably should have been. There you go. Shout out to my kid. Making daddy proud. He made me laugh and cry all at the same time with the opening lines.
Wonderful.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's great.
Love it.
All right. Let's get to it. Predicting Paul Heyman's
return.
All right, let's get the pencil. Let's start. Let's have some fantasy booking. Let's have some fun. All right. Roman Reigns tried to call his wise man Friday night. Okay, he tried to call him around 10 o'clock. And he found out that the number was disconnected. What happens next? Let's start with you, Cliff.
We get a turn at Survivor Series War Games. We get the turn. We get the big turn because, I think leaving it off with "You're Not My Tribal Chief" and where Solo had told the wise man that he had been in touch with Roman even more so than what Paul has, and all the stuff going back and forth. There was a lot of stuff that kind of made sense. And so, he comes back, he says, "Oh, you're my tribal chief." He goes to put on the tribal chief lei, and instead just kicks him in the dick. And then we have our Paul Heyman turn.
Actually, wasn't what I thought you were gonna go.
That's not where I thought you were gonna go either. 'Cause that's where I
I
was gonna
like it
go.
though. Yeah,
That's where
that
I was
same
gonna go.
thing. That's what I was gonna do too. That's
Do we all
great.
just have Heyman? We all have Heyman turning. Wow. So we're just not gonna give our tribal chief a break. That's what we're. That's just.
Nope.
I got you. Okay. All right. Well,
When you're on top, everybody takes you down. Tries to
that's
take
facts.
you down.
Wow. Yeah, I have. So funny enough, I had this likewise similar. Because I feel like Rock is going to end up being on Roman's side towards the beginning of the year, which will end up with them facing each other at Mania. Because I feel like Rock's going to end up showing up at Survivor Series, especially of the fact like he showed up when Roman teamed up with Cody. I think that's kind of what the 1, 2, 3 joined me. I think that was for Roman. He was like, "All right, you worked with Cody, you didn't call me. Now you working with Seth. You ain't call me. Like, come on, family. Like, I think that's going to be a thing. Yeah, that's hilarious. That we all just think that Paul Heyman's All right then. Well,
Well, I mean, he's a sneaky snake. I mean,
in
really,
credits.
I mean, what I would like to see is more of he comes back and he's like in Solo's pocket, kinda,
Mm.
and we get that kind of turn instead. It's like a little bit of payback.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I would like to see, but I don't know. I just have this feeling that he's gonna turn on Roman. I feel like Roman's got to lose damn near everything and only have like the guys that have his back
Right.
to really see their worth. If that makes any sense.
Mhm.
For the story to have that more depth.
Well, Paul was there
So
first.
yeah, I know he was, but I mean, it could be like a double turn
Oh, the double
where he
double.
might he might like turn on Roman to side with Solo, and then Rock comes back, but ultimately, you know, Paul is the reason why Roman beats Rock at WrestleMania
Mm.
and getting his wise man back that way.
Could be. Could be.
There's a lot of ways to go with this, and all of them are not bad.
Right.
No. This I know a lot of people are out here like, man, this story's so boring. It's been going on for far too long, but we're still talking about it, and we're still
Yeah,
excited
we
about
are.
it happens.
Exactly.
Yeah, we are.
Whether it's the Civil War or the new Civil War, we're all excited about it. So it doesn't really. It
We
doesn't
didn't
really.
brought in the ally. We didn't brought France into it now.
Right?
I love the fact that Seth was like, I will never join. I will never join the wannabe Roman Reigns. And then you saw Bronson Reed, and you know that Seth is having problems. And so I was thinking about this earlier today. If John Moxley was not in AEW, this would be the Shield and the Usos versus the new Bloodline.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
that hands down.
Yes. Absolutely. If John Moxley was there, yes, you will be getting it. Yes, this will be a Shield reunion.
Yeah.
We'll
Yes,
be getting this. Yes. Yeah.
like hands
Absolutely.
down, because
Yeah.
it fits you perfectly.
Yeah. The world was never ready for that. Not in this universe.
No.
No,
That happens somewhere down in another universe in the multiverse where
that was
Mox
like the
never
internet.
leaves, and like he wins the title again. He beats Triple H. Yeah, there's some some
Actually is up
multiverse
there.
that happens. Cliff, I don't.
Yep.
That's because that's not crazy as it sounds. As we're saying it right now, that doesn't sound too crazy for
No,
them to do.
it could have happened
Yeah, it could have. So that's
I mean,
if
it's
they
still
were able to keep it.
not saying that it won't, but
No, it could still happen.
like I'm just
It
saying,
really
like
could.
all of a sudden in the 12th in the 13th hour, WWE strikes the deal with AEW to get John Moxley for one night to be at SummerSlam, and they take out Sami Zayn right before the match, and then here comes John Moxley just walking down to be the fifth member.
Look, you can't, and you can never say never. You can never say never because enough money is tossed out there, and everybody checks off on everything. TKO is game, and you know they are.
AEW World Champion showing up.
The AEW World Champion to show up to
Wow.
be in a match. Yeah.
Go check the comments. Jeez Louise.
Now
That's
Look,
like,
I mean, look,
that's
the
really
point being
really
is though, it's
happened though.
yeah.
now that the old man's gone, it can happen.
Yeah. If Chaz shaved his head, he would look like Skilo.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He ain't short enough.
He's like, I wish it was a little bit rounder. I wish it had a quarter pounder. MJF. Oh yeah. When we talk about people who are essential to AEW. Congrats, Damien, to follow the success of his son by appearing in the play version of Up in Smoke.
Oh, shucks. I got you.
Lesnar's gonna be the fifth man.
Ooh.
That's not the first blow. I bring that back up.
I heard that before.
You heard that before?
I heard something. Yes.
So I was told that today.
I heard somebody say
someone in
that.
church, and I looked at him and said, if that happens, I would cry in disgust. And now that someone else is bringing that up, makes me feel like that is a possibility, and I don't like that.
I mean, dude, it's not bad. He didn't do anything wrong.
Jimmy, I'm gonna get.
He didn't do anything wrong.
You get your.
What's the next comment?
The preceding announcement was paid for by the Samoan World Order.
Yes, it was.
That'll never get old.
Yes, it was.
But whose side is he on? I mean, let's be real. It's real.
Yeah.
France will just surrender. Chaz knows it to be true because he chose French instead of Spanish in his class in his school.
Yeah, he totally did.
Mox does a Rick Rude. Mox does Could you imagine that though? Like he shows up on.
Shit.
Imagine Collision being taped and then like.
Wow. That
in WWE.
Oh.
Lesnarico.
Well,
you know what's crazy? Now that we're saying that, like, I actually think that if Seth's not the fifth man, it's definitely Brock.
I can see it happening.
Oh man,
anything can happen in the WWE.
I just want to see, I want to see what Paul Heyman looks like right now. Like, I'm sure he's all grayed out. Like, I just want to see.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Beat the shit.
Absolutely is. Absolutely.
That's what I said. I don't know. Like I said, I can see him coming back for Solo and helping the original Bloodline win. Like that could be that. I think that could be a thing.
Yeah,
well, okay. So since we're all here and we can talk about this live, what was the whole deal with Sami Zayn throwing his cell phone on the couch when the new Bloodline came out? Or did you guys notice that?
I did. I haven't given any. I didn't really give any.
While they were
you said something. Actually,
yeah. While we're all here on Contacts, right? So they're all looking at the TV as the new Bloodline was coming out, right? And Jimmy J and Roman were looking at the TV screens, and Sami Zayn reached in his phone, looked at his phone, and threw it on the couch real quick.
Oh no!
It was so subtle, but it was
definitely there. It was there.
He talking to Paul.
Oh.
Is he talking to Paul? He's like,
he might be.
So when he calls, like, so no one else knows that Solo's calling him. Like, that's why I was like, oh shit, like.
Or yeah, or Solo is calling me.
Oh man. Well, this just all the interwoven parts of this story has been great. If you hate it, you just suck. You suck.
You just suck.
You just suck.
No, he's right.
That's all I can say for you.
Suck.
That's the only way to describe you, and you just suck. But well, that's the show. We lost Twitch in the multiverse. I'm gonna go into the Speed Force. I'm gonna go find him. But while I go do that, you can go follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can hit that like button on Facebook, hit that subscribe button, all that jazz. Also, you're gonna go watch another episode, okay? You're also gonna check out Now Into the Ring, okay? That's Cliff's show, all right? You're gonna check out our watch along on the Villains Lounge. That's coming up because we're gonna probably do one soon because we got Survivor Series coming up and we got Full Gear coming up. We might.
And I might be doing some more news.
Who
I
knows?
might be doing some more news too.
Oh, and
While
we
I'm
got
out,
the
I
late
am
night
out.
news show for the Villains Lounge. That's coming back. He just said it live on the air, breaking news. So go do that, okay? Go watch something. Go watch the 3 count. Don't watch football. I hate football.
I
I
don't.
don't
I
watch
love
it anyway.
my team won this week. How'd your team do again, Chaz? Don't worry about it. I'm gonna hit the end button right now.